So, as the title suggests, I've been catching up. Actually have been caught up with the anime of Food Wars, and personally, I wanted to just watch the whole series in total and then just give my personal opinion on what I thought about the series. And personally, I'm like, why didn't I watch the gem when it came out? Like, this is such a golden gem, and it's not a like, it's not about the food gasm, all right? I know about all the memes, okay? It's not like I don't know the memes. I just never watched Food Wars until like 2 days ago, and within 2 days, yeah, I caught up to season four. I wouldn't say it's season four. It's technically season three, part two, but whatever. But yeah, like I said, uh, this journey, this last 2 days, when I've been watching Food Wars for a whole four-parter, I enjoyed it so much that it's I just have no words for it to describe because JC Staff did a great job making Food Wars an anime worth watching. Because normally when it comes to an anime and when you see something like food, the the audience attraction would go away from it just because it's an food anime and not a lot of people are interested in it. But the way the author has done things in the series, and plus the way the animation JC Staff does things in the series, it's completely different from what one person can watch. Without giving any spoilers, I'm gonna go through what I personally felt like it is. It's such a good anime. It's worth watching. It's definitely going in my top 5 anime list without any doubt because I freaking love this. And I love the main character. Soma Yukihira is an badass. He's a badass. That's all I can say. You guys need to watch for yourself how badass Soma Yukihira is. He's a character uh that that's just one word I can define him in. Badass. That's just it. And it's not about him being like, oh, he's someone like on a level with Zoro, Kenpachi. Those are like different type of badass people. But his badassery comes from what he does in the kitchen and how he handles all of his situations. And personally, I love that whole part about him. How he handles the kitchen throughout the series is just. And I, to be honest, I never thought I would be saying the word kitchen when it comes to a character and say that being in a kitchen is badass, but this man makes it seem like it's a badass. He's a completely different type of character. That's the reason. And it's very least. It's one of the least things I've ever seen in an anime where I personally feel like the protagonist is more badass than the side characters because most of the times when I'm watching an anime, I feel like the side characters are more attractive, more um, I would say they are more on the side of yeah, I like the side characters more rather than the main character. That's basically what happens when I watch an anime because a lot of times I just love the side characters, and most of the times I personally am not either I'm not a big fan of the protagonist or I'm a fan of the protagonist, but at the same time I'm like he's really not that much. That's basically what it's for me most of the times in anime because that's just how I feel. But Food Wars completely changes my opinion on a protagonist because the protagonist in this anime is just an amazing protagonist, and that's one of the big things I think so that makes this anime great is the main protagonist himself. It's just he is he can handle this whole anime by himself. That's basically how I'm just gonna put it. That's basically what I feel like when I watch him in the action. And I'm not saying that other characters are bad. Akira is a great character. I personally loved him in the character. I feel like Alice is a great character. Arena is a great character. There are like so many good characters in the series, and Azami is hateable because of the things he's doing, but at the same time, it's such a great series. And Azami, I just yeah, but at the same time, it makes you feel the emotions and everything. And Food Wars is a great anime for that because it does do a great job with the soundtrack and with the dubbing, the sub, whichever you watch. Both are great. I personally love the both. I watched it both in both. Like I watched the dub as well as sub. So yeah, I personally enjoyed both the sides of Food Wars, and personally, I feel like both of the sides did great with the voice acting. It was pretty good. It was damn good. All right, for both sides. And you, not a lot of dubs. I wouldn't give a lot of dubs pass, but Food Wars gets a pass for its dub. That's a dub you can watch. I can guarantee that because I watched the dub and I personally enjoyed it. So like I watched like the half of the series in dub because Play 3 isn't out in dub, so I just watched it in sub because I couldn't handle a wait for a dub for Play 3, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch Play 3 in sub. I don't care. It's a great anime, and both of the things do great. Both of the sides do great. If you guys want to watch, if you guys are more of a fan of dub, you guys can watch it. You guys are more of a fan of sub, you guys can watch sub. It's all up to you. It's both are great in this series. Uh, Other than that, story, the story is amazing. Like personally, all the food gasms aside, the story is actually pretty amazing for a food anime because it actually feels like this anime has the story going. It has done the flow of the story right. It the, y- there are certain points where some anime just lose the flow of the story, and you're like, yeah, that's it. That's where it screwed out. But I haven't seen Food Wars do that, and this is why I ranked this in one of my top five, and most probably my it's gonna be my second or third favorite anime to be honest, because it's just that good. Because I just couldn't find any contradictions that I want to put in there and be like, yeah, I didn't like that about the series, or I didn't like this about the series. It's just good. It's good. It's up there. It's up there with Mob Psycho for me, if I had to put it. And Mob Psycho is just a great anime. It's a different genre, but it's still a it's still great to put up there. Still, if you guys are still not watching Food Wars and you guys still want to are like I'm gonna watch Food Wars, but I'm gonna wait for it. Like wait for the other anime and everything. I'm gonna watch those first. I'm gonna say watch Food Wars first because Food Wars. Yeah, I'm gonna recommend that. Food Wars is gonna be a first. It's gonna be first on my recommendation list from now on because it's an amazing anime. Even Stardust can watch the anime because it's just that great. So yeah, I just wish it was more mainstream because it's not that mainstream for what I know. So I just wish Food Wars was more mainstream than what it is right now. I mean, it's not an underground anime too. It's just in the mid between underground and mainstream. It's a more mainstream line, but at the same time, it's not a mainstream line. So that's the reason why I wish Food Wars was more mainstream and appeared more on everybody's mind. But yeah, let me know what you think about the whole series. I just wrapped up everything that I felt about the series in about 8 or 9 minutes, and that's just 4 seasons, I guess. I would say 3 seasons and part two of season three, so it's technically 3 seasons, I would say. So yeah, I wrapped up everything of 3 seasons that I've seen, and I would like to know what you thought about the series. I'm gonna go read the manga as well because I'm pretty, yeah. This is an anime that I can't wait for. Right, that's the reason why I'm gonna read the manga. I can't wait for season Blade 4 to come out. It's gonna take forever, right? And I know it's gonna take forever to come out because of the differences in the date and everything. So that's the reason why I'm gonna go read the manga right now for Food Wars. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace.